Dear Future Carla, today is January 12th, 2020, and today's entry number 12. I was just about to get ready for my nighttime routine, and then I just realized that I forgot to do a video with you today, or for you today, Future Carla. So here I am, checking in with you, Future Carla, and with everybody else, and just to let you in on what has been happening today. So today was a mixture of productive and lazy. The lazy part, as you can see, I'm kind of in like my PJ shirt. But the productive part is that I actually went through the majority of my old sketchbooks that I kept in my bottom shelf. And I went through all of them and I threw away around 3 sketchbooks. So what I did is I went through each of the sketchbooks. Hold on one moment. Sorry. My still nameless lizard jumped and I needed to go get him. So I went through each of the sketchbooks page by page and I ripped out the pages that I wanted to scan at a later date, and I threw away the pages I didn't want, and then any pages that were white, if they were half white, I just tore out the half that I could still use as for scrap, and I made like a scrap pile. And if there was like a sequence of like 5 or more pages, I would just leave that sketchbook still available. But there was a lot of my sketchbooks that, you know, maybe had only like 2 pages left and I never finished them. So I just ripped those pages out and put them in a scrap pile. And then for the pictures that I want to scan, I put them in my this accordion kind of binder thing. And I put all the papers in there. There's a lot of pages that I need to scan and then upload into my computer and then save them for storage. But yeah, a lot of those pieces of art were really nostalgic to look through. There was a lot of also journal pages that I did that were also really cool. And I think I'll also be releasing them periodically on my Instagram account, Carprincess II. So feel free to check it out. I'll also leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. But it was really cool seeing my old pieces of art and the old things I created. There was days that I was more creative than others, but I'm glad to see that I practiced. And it was really cool to see the blast from the past. Just like how these video entries are going to also be like a blast from the past for you, Future Carla. So you can see where I was at in 2020. Something else that I did today that I guess I should mention for this Future Carla video entries is I watched the Netflix show called The Circle today. It was kind of like a social media reality show, experiment kind of show, where all the participants either get to be their real selves or get to catfish. And they create these social media profiles and they just interact each other through these social media profiles, which is nice and interesting because a lot of our lives have been focused around social media, especially for me as I'm trying to learn how to be better at social media. You know, it was cool. I really like one of the contestants, Shubi. He got 8th place on the first night, and then after everyone started to see that he was really being authentic and true, and he was this dork, he kind of reminds me of Spider-Man. He's just this lovable nerd, and I think once everyone saw that side of him, they were like, nah, this guy's cool. And I am rooting for him. I'm also rooting for Joey. He reminds me of the Jersey Boy Guidos, and as a Jersey person myself, I love seeing that. And he seems like such a sweet guy. He's a big mama's boy, and he's a big, lovable, muscly, adorable fellow. And I'm rooting for him too. And it's just really cool to see the dynamics of the show, how people interact, the challenges, how people portray themselves on social media, if they are the person versus if they're catfishing. The guy who's playing Adam he's not being real at all. He's just playing an avatar, and I think it's so funny. So it's really cool to see how that all plays out. But anyways, Future Carla, I want to leave you with something that is cool and that is tangible and something that I can leave you with a message with. So one of the things I'll leave you with a message is for you to look through your old journals and your old sketchbooks if you haven't already, and just take like 30 minutes to an hour to look through them and see what your past self or what past Carla is trying to express. You might be able to go down memory lane, and that's really nice. Just try not to waste a whole afternoon on it like I did. I'm sure, future Carla, you'll be much better with time management. I wanted to stop at 5:30. I didn't stop until Ray got home. So that's a thing. And yeah, I mean, just take time to look through your sketchbooks, through your notebooks. Anyone else who's watching, look at your old notes. If you haven't looked at them in more than 5 years, maybe throw out that notebook. Look through the pages, see if there's anything that's memorable, that's interesting for you to keep, and then throw away the rest. I looked at the shelf that I organized today, and it looks a lot more cleaner compared to how it looked before I touched it. And I wish I took a before and after picture, but before it was a hot mess. Now, because I threw away a few of the sketchbooks and because I thinned out a lot of the other sketchbooks I had, it's so much more manageable now. So I highly recommend Future Carla that if you don't incorporate looking through your sketchbooks and notebooks as a part of your routine, that you should schedule some time so you can do it. And that goes for everybody else who's watching, because you're now considered a Future Carla until the video is over. So anyways, I hope you have a great rest of the week. Tomorrow for me is Monday. So for me, it's a whole new week with whole new opportunities. But for you, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, or I hope you have a wonderful brand new week. However the world flows for you, Future Carla, and everyone else is watching. I'm going to probably take this guy back to his tank. He probably wants to go and sleep. And I also need to get ready for bed. Bye!